G'day everyone, my name is Brendan Shaw, as you already know. Thank you so much for tuning into episode 15 of How to Be Happy. Today we'll be talking about the importance of hugging. So I didn't realize the importance of hugging until I would say 3 years ago when I started this whole self-development journey. So if you grew up in an Asian household, you would be able to relate to the fact that growing up as an Asian in an Asian household, it's not normal to be hugged. It's not normal to be told that you're loved. It's not normal to be praised for being just yourself. It is normal to be disciplined. It's normal to get smacked with a fly swatter. It's normal to be told that you're dumb. It's normal to be told to be talked down on. It's normal to be not believed in. And that's just because our family were migrants. So the older generation, they were all about surviving. They were never thinking about thriving. They're always focusing on the now and how they can cling on to what they have. And that's why you realize that our families as Asians, we are hoarders. We're all about not wasting money. We're all about eating every single grain of rice on your plate. And that's all right. But us as a new generation, we've got to break that generational trauma. We've got to be the ones to start this whole new revolution. So how I learned that hugging is actually so important in every single relationship, whether that be between a man and a wife or just two brothers. I realized it was so important once I flew from Sydney all the way to Perth on the other side of the continent when I started my self-development journey. And that's when I got really close with my Zio, my uncle. My uncle's Italian, by the way. He's the most alpha male guy I know. To this date, 26 years, he's the most alpha male man I know. And he used to be a huge bodybuilder. He's like the most Italian guy, you know. He drinks wine, and he's the best cook, by the way. I love this man. I love him so much. He taught me everything it is to be a man, and that hugging and showing love to your brothers, to your sons, to your wife is the most manliest thing you can do. He's the one that taught me how to love. And so whenever I would see him first thing in the morning, he'll be like, "Hey, Brendan," or he would call me Bruce, because I came back home from the gym one day and I had my shirt off and I was like really shredded and stuff, and he's like, "Hey, Brucey," and he'll come in for a hug, and I'll feel so much love. I feel amazing. I wouldn't feel feminine at all. It was just pure love, just him sharing his love with me. And so I didn't realize till later was because when you hug someone, your brain, the pituitary gland, it actually produces this feel-good hormone. It's called oxytocin. So you may have heard of it. It's actually produced mostly when you have physical touch. So it doesn't have to be a hug. It could be a kiss. It could be a pat on the back. It could be a massage. Any kind of physical touch produces oxytocin in one's brain. And so I believe it's because you're literally connecting with someone in this physical plane. There's no more sense of separation. You have contact with them. And so that produces the chemical in your mind and makes you feel one with that person. And so when women are giving birth to their children, their brain is flooded with oxytocin. That's what binds them to their child. And so that's what makes the love so powerful. And so that's why they have things like kangaroo care. So yeah, they call it kangaroo care. So what happens is the female, the mother, has skin-on-skin contact with the baby, and they just The baby's completely naked, the mother's completely naked, and they just hug each other. And that's what produces the oxytocin, and it binds them together, and it's so beautiful. And so yeah, what my uncle taught me how to love. And so when I went back to Sydney, after 6 months of learning about myself, I hugged my dad for the first time in my life. And it was so awkward, man. It was so awkward. But I went through. I didn't falter. But he was just like this. I was hugging him, but he was just like this. He didn't know what the fuck to do. But I could feel that he loved it. I could feel that he enjoyed it. And so it wasn't until a week later that my mum told me that he actually went around telling all my uncles that I do hug him. And that goes to show that everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be hugged. It's just we've got to break down those barriers. A lot of us aren't used to it. I know I wasn't. But now it's such a norm. I try to hug my grandma every single day. With a dad, it's still, you have to be really conscious about it. But I feel like I've hugged him like twice since that first time. So it's been 3 years. So one hug a year. I definitely got to make it more often. And yeah, I would just like to encourage you to hug more. Hug your loved ones more. Because you never know what might happen. Hug the people that love you back. Because life is so short. I just got the news yesterday that one of my brothers of more than 10 years he's no longer with us on this earth. I just wish I could hug him. But I know he's looking down on us. And I know he's watching this video, man. I love you, man. This video is dedicated to you. I'm so grateful to have shared a part of my life. You are such an inspiration to me. It's crazy to know that my mind is still processing this, man. But I would like to say that you've made such a huge impact on so many people's lives. And I appreciate you, man. I love you.